Hmm. I'm confused. I had a really good week. Let me check again. All right, let's see. I picked the 49ers, picked the Bills, picked the Bengals, picked the Lions, picked the Falcons. Okay, I picked the Broncos of the Chargers, picked the Steelers, picked the Packers, picked the Colts, picked the Texans, picked the Bucks, Eagles. Okay, I got the Commanders one wrong, and I picked the. No, I actually had a really good week. What's going on? All right, then. What is up, everyone? What's going on? My name is Matthew Leininger, and we are going to be breaking down and predicting every single NFL game throughout the regular season. I've done it for the first 6 weeks so far. And what is my overall record? I had a very good last week. I went 12 and 2. I only got I picked the Commanders of the Ravens, which I did say the Ravens could totally win, and then I picked the Broncos of the Chargers. I also said that could also go either way. So I almost went 14-0. Wow, it's pretty good. But overall, it was a pretty boring week. Not really a lot of down to the wire games. Luckily, we had the Bills and Jets, which yeah, I did say I'm going to try to put in a reaction every single week though, and I've been good for 6 weeks. But now comes the tough part, and we'll get into that a little bit. So yeah, I went 12 and 2 last week, which makes my overall record 58 and 34. So not too bad. And with that being said, let's get right on into these games. Right now, we have on Thursday night, we have the Denver Broncos at the New Orleans Saints, a bit of a Sean Payton revenge game. This is a bit of a tricky one to predict, though, and I think it could be good for maybe the wrong reasons, though. The Broncos, after a 3-game winning streak, looking like they were starting to get things going, didn't play really, really bad against Chargers, though. Bo Nix kind of went back to his Bo picks again, and then Pat Surtain got injured right away. I don't believe he's going to be playing in this game. And then you have the Saints, who were starting a rookie quarterback, and he had some nice moments. They scored 27 points in the second quarter. But yeah, the Saints, they kind of got a little bit destroyed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But that game was weird though. But yeah, Spencer Rattler, not sure if he's the answer, but I do think they need some time to develop him. But yeah, Saints have lost 4 straight. Remember when we all thought the Saints had a great offense? Yeah, those were good times. That Broncos defense could really shut down that Saints offense, but I don't know how the Broncos are going to do on offense because I'm just not entirely sure what kind of a year. I'm just not sure what kind of a team they're going to be like. I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one. I don't really have a lot of confidence in it though. I've mostly done pretty good on Thursday Night Football, so maybe I'll win. And then we go to, oh gosh, well, glad I won't be watching this game. We have a bit of a tank bowl here. You got the New England Patriots at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Patriots, what did the Patriots do? I don't even remember. That's kind of just how forgettable they are. The Patriots. Oh yeah, that's right. The Patriots started Drake May, and he didn't look too bad. I mean, he threw a couple interceptions, but yeah, really the Patriots just got blown out against the Houston Texans, though. Really wasn't the best game, though. And then meanwhile, you have the Jaguars, and the Jaguars, they got destroyed in London against the Chicago Bears. It was a battle between two very hyped up first overall picks, and Caleb Williams said, I got you, T Law. But yeah, this is most likely not going to be a very fun game, though. Drake May did look pretty good in his first start, though. But I am wondering if he can actually if he can continue that success, though. If he is able to continue that success, I think Doug Peterson should be left in London immediately. But I mean, but then again, same thing happened to Robert Sala. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars, but I don't have a lot of confidence in it though. But yeah, if the Jaguars lose this game, that should be it for Doug Peterson. I don't see him continuing to be a coach, and I think the Jaguars are just stupid if they keep him. And then, oh, this should be fun. We have the Seattle Seahawks at the Atlanta Falcons. I live up in Western Washington. I obviously will not say where, but I will be at this game. I will be flying out in a couple of days. Actually, when I post this, I will be flying out tomorrow, visiting a friend and going to a game. And it's going to be very, very exciting, though. I think this should be a really good game. I think it's going to be a really good high scoring game. The Seahawks, hopefully, they can be better on defense, though. Geno Smith, while he did have a bit of a rough game, though, I don't really have a lot of problems with the Seahawks offense. I think it has been better under Ryan Grubb, though. But the Falcons are getting a little hot right now. Kirk Cousins starting to get a little bit better. Bijan Robinson finally had a good game. Thank you for that. You're in my fantasy, and you actually helped me win, so I really appreciate that, though. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons in this one. I think they are the better team, though. Falcons looked like they had a bit of a slow start. It looks like they're starting to get things going now. Seahawks, though, I still got some questions about them, though, but I do think that offense is going to look pretty good against this defense, though. Andy Dalton was able to get some yards and points in that first half, but I do think the Seahawks offense is better than the Panthers. But then again, most offenses are better than the Panthers, so I'm going to go with the Falcons in this one, but I could see the Falcons winning this game. Then you got another game. You have the the Tennessee Titans versus the Buffalo Bills. The Titans, Will Levis just continues to make memes all the time, and just really, it just doesn't look like he's the answer at quarterback, though. He tore the ACL of the water boy, and he kind of went off crying, and Will Levis just, yeah. Let the memes run wild with Will Levis, though, and I demand more. The Buffalo Bills just got Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns. I think that is a very good pickup, though. They do have a lot of inexperienced wide receivers, though. It would have been nice if they could have gotten Devontae Adams, though. But hey, I think Amari Cooper is good for this offense, though. The Buffalo Bills are finally able to get back on track, though. The offense is still a little iffy, though. But I will say, though, that Jets defense is pretty good, so I don't really want to hold it against them. This should be a bounce back game for the. Not exactly a bounce back game. This should be a game where the Bills do look pretty good, though. I'm expecting them to win, and I am predicting them to win. So we're going to go with the Buffalo Bills. And then we go to our next game, and it's the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Well, Bengals, good news. You won. Second of all, your defense looked really good. The bad news, your offense did not look good. And maybe that's because of the Giants defense, which it does look like the Giants defense is pretty good. But now you're playing against the Cleveland Browns, which usually the Browns have your number in Cleveland, though. But this Browns team is very, very bad. Deshaun Watson looks like the worst quarterback in the NFL. In my opinion, the Browns are still the worst team in the NFL. I just cannot pick the Browns. They are not a good team, and if there is some way how they can get out of the Deshaun Watson contract, I think they should take it, but they can't. So yeah, that contract definitely didn't blow up in your face, Cleveland. I'm going to go with the Bengals. Bengals, you better not lose this game. And Bengals, I don't want to say they're back, but they're starting to get there. But you need to play better offense, and you definitely need to win this game. So I'm going to pick the Bengals. So I don't think I'll pick the Browns at all this season. Also, just as I mentioned with the Bills, they got rid of Amari Cooper. And then, well, I'm very excited for the Seahawks-Falcons game. I'm going to miss this one. I'm so disappointed about it, though. Luckily, I have YouTube TV, so I will most likely record the game and see how it ends. You have the Houston Texans at the Green Bay Packers. Holy cow, what a game this should be. The Texans beating the ever-living crap out of the New England Patriots, though. CJ Stroud looked really good. This Joe Mixon looked really good, though. That offense and defense was both able to mesh very well, create some Drake May turnovers, and then you have the Packers, Jordan Love. Jordan Love is second in touchdown passes, and he missed 2 games. Jordan Love is looking phenomenal now. He is red hot. That Packers defense shut down the Arizona Cardinals offense, though. Thank you for that, though. This game should be amazing. It is a Lambeau Field. It could go either way, though. I'm gonna pick the Texans, but I have no confidence in that. Not because I don't believe the Texans, but because I believe the Packers are just that good. This is a very, very tense matchup, though. Now the Texans look like they do have that division kind of wrapped up already, since the rest of the division is kind of meh at best, though. But the NFC North is just gonna beat the ever living crap out of one another, though, and Packers are going to need this win bad, but I'm going to go with the Texans this one. I'm so sorry, Green Bay. You could totally win. If you are wrong, I would not at all be surprised. Man, there's a lot of good games I'm going to be missing this week, though. Part of me is disappointed, but also part of me is really, really excited. And then you got a next game, and it's the Miami Dolphins at the Indianapolis Colts. The Miami Dolphins, let's see. Yeah, it looks like they had a bye last week, and yeah, I mean, without Tua, there's just not really much else to say about the Dolphins. Though the good news is it does look like Tua Tagovailoa might return sometime this season. I don't know how that's going to look though. But then meanwhile, you have the Colts, who Joe Flacco, he's kind of making use of this offense right now. Though I'm not saying Anthony Richardson's a bust or they should keep him on the bench, but I do think that this is a good learning block for Anthony Richardson, so he can learn and develop. Though of course he will definitely need to stay healthy. But Richardson has potential to be a fantastic quarterback in the NFL. In the NFL right now. Hopefully, Jonathan Taylor will be able to come back because he's on my fantasy, though. I'm going to go with the Colts. I don't have any faith in the Miami Dolphins without Tua. Yes, you beat the Patriots, but the Patriots are one of the worst teams, if not the worst, in the NFL. In my opinion, I think it's the Browns, though. But I'm going to go with the Colts in this one, though. And they're going to pull this one out. Oh man, there's another game I'm really disappointed about though. You have the Detroit Lions at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings coming off of a bye week though. They are 5-0. Their defense is really good. Their offense can be good at times though, but hey, when you have a really good defense, your offense doesn't really have to do much. And the Detroit Lions, first of all, just I'm so sorry, Lions fans, for losing Aiden Hutchinson. Just a gruesome injury, though. Prayers towards Aiden Hutchinson. Hopefully, he can come back better than ever. But he is unfortunately out for the season. But the Lions, they looked very, very angry against the Cowboys, and they definitely looked like they were very determined to let an offensive lineman score. I don't believe one of them did, but yeah, the Lions destroyed the Cowboys on every molecular level, and they just said, "Happy birthday, Jerry Jones." You don't pay the refs this time. But yeah, this should be a fantastic game. It's going to be a great a coaching duel and really duel altogether between this great Lions offense, which is looking like one of the best in the NFL, versus the Vikings defense, which is also one of the best in the NFL. This one could once again go either way. I'm going to go with the Lions right now. The Lions look hot. They are red hot right now. They've scored 40 points in back-to-back weeks, and their defense can definitely make some plays, though. Yes, Aiden Hutchinson out for the season is definitely going to hurt, though, but I think the Lions are still a good team, and I think they will be all right, though. Maybe their defense will dip a little bit, though, but with that potential of the offense, though, maybe they'll be fine. Like, we don't know, but it's going to be tough for the Vikings. This is easily going to be their toughest test yet, though, but I'm going to go with the Lions in this one. Just Vikings could win. Vikings could totally win. But yeah, if the Vikings win, I will probably never pick them against them ever again. Oh crap, the Seahawks have to play them. Great. Then, meanwhile, you have the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. Guess who's back? Back again. Saquon's back. Back again. Yeah, this is the Saquon Barkley revenge game, though. The Eagles, they beat the Browns. So that's good. And Nick Sirianni was talking trash to Browns fans. You beat him by 4. Maybe chill a little bit, though. That Giants defense is looking real good right now. The offense is still a bit iffy, though. But I do think they might struggle against this Eagles defense. I'm sorry. I think they're going to struggle against this Eagles offense, though. When the Eagles have their healthy receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, they are very, very good. Brown and Smith had really good games, though. But yeah, I am wondering if Saquon's going to run a little mad over them. So I'm going to go with the Eagles in this one. They're going to pull this one out. And then, oh boy, this one should be fun. You have the Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Rams. The Raiders just trading away Davante Adams to the New York Jets, so that should be nice. And then meanwhile, you have the Los Angeles Rams coming off of a bye, a much-needed bye, though. The Rams are struggling right now. They have no wide receivers, though. Matthew Stafford is having a solid year, but he just doesn't really have any receivers, though. Luckily, you're going up against a Raiders team that is just very dysfunctional, just not really good. They got destroyed against the Pittsburgh Steelers, though. I'm going to go with the Rams in this one, though. I really trust Matthew Stafford. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL. I think he's one of the best in the NFL. I think he's a Hall of Famer. And yeah, I think the Rams are going to pull this one out. And then you have the Carolina Panthers at the Washington Commanders. The Panthers got destroyed against the Falcons, so that's, yeah, not really much of a surprise. And Yeah, Panthers kind of came back down to earth after beating the Raiders, and now seeing how incompetent the Raiders are, it's really not all looking all that impressive. Meanwhile, you have the Washington Commanders, though, getting their winning streak snapped against the Baltimore Ravens, but hey, they put up a fight against them, so I don't really think this is. I don't really think this is like a freak out moment of like, oh no, the Commanders are bad. No. Ravens are just a really good team. They're red hot right now. But so yeah, this is a great opponent for the Commanders to beat up on, and I think they will. I think they're going to beat the Carolina Panthers. And then you have the Super Bowl rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Another game I will miss. The 49ers, they looked pretty good against the Seattle Seahawks, and the Chiefs, well, they were also coming off of a bye week, though, and yeah, you know what the Chiefs are going to do. They're undefeated. They're really good. Patrick Mahomes has yet to lose to the San Francisco 49ers. He is 4-0 against them, and I think he's going to make it 5-0. I think he's going to pull this one out, though. And if the Seahawks win and the Chiefs win, well, back on top, baby. The 49ers, I could see them winning this game, though, but I mean, Chiefs look like one of the best teams in the NFL, and I'm just going to keep picking them until they prove me otherwise. And then you have the Sunday night matchup. Okay, this one, if I miss out on this one isn't that big of a deal, though. You have the New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers, the New York Jets. Well, I mean, your offense looked a little bit better, so that's nice, though. Your defense your defense kind of struggled at times. It only gave me 1 point in fantasy. But then again, I also said the Bills struggled against that defense. And it was kind of a mix of both, though. Yeah, the Jets trading for Davante Adams, though. Nathaniel Hackett kind of getting booted as the OC. Well, actually, no, I believe he's still on the coordinator, but yeah, Todd Downing was calling plays instead, which I thought that was hilarious, except for the fact that the Jets actually played pretty well on offense, and now they just got Davante Adams, so hey, who knows? Maybe it's not quite over for the Jets right now. And meanwhile, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers, who their offense looked really good. Justin Fields looked good, and now they want to put Russell Wilson back in. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Jets in this one, and if it's most likely just gonna be a defensive duel between Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. But yeah, be prepared for a lot of checkdowns, Steelers. And one thing we gotta say: Steelers country, let's ride. And now, I'm excited that I don't have to miss this game. You have the Baltimore Ravens at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I will be home in time for this game. You have, the Baltimore Ravens looking like one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now, winning 4 straight, though. Derrick Henry's looking good. Lamar Jackson's looking really good. Zay Flowers is looking good. That offense is clicking on all cylinders. The defense is doing enough to get by, but hey, when your offense is great, you really don't even have to do a whole lot. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers put up 51 points against the New Orleans Saints. And I know that loss against the Falcons was disappointing, but I still think the Buccaneers are a good team. They've been very consistent throughout the season, except for the Broncos, but nothing really makes sense here. This should be an absolutely fantastic game. I am going to go with the hotter team in the Baltimore Ravens, though, but this one really could go either way, though. This should be a great game, and I am looking forward to seeing it. And then you have a game that is, well, maybe it'll be good, or maybe it won't. I don't know. You have the Los Angeles Chargers at the Arizona Cardinals for our second Monday night matchup. The Chargers beating the Broncos. Their defense looked really good. Their offense did pretty well. Maybe the Chargers won't exactly charger it this year. Oh, who am I kidding? They most likely will. And then you have the Arizona Cardinals after, actually, what did they do 2 weeks ago? I feel like oh yeah, that's right. They beat the 49ers. The Cardinals are a bit of a weird team because there are games where they look like they can contend, and then there's other games where they do not look very good. Like, yeah, their schedule is very inconsistent, though. But Arizona is a team where, like, sometimes they look really good and sometimes they do not look really good, though. If the Cardinals are on their A game, though, this should be a fantastic game. If they're not, then I'm expecting the Chargers to win by like 15, 14 points. I am going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers in this game because I think they are more consistent and I think they are an overall better team, though. But Arizona maybe could pull this one out, though, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh wow, this has been my longest prediction so far. Oh well. So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with my predictions though? And yeah, let me know down below in the comment section though. This is a week I'm very excited for, not just because of the Seahawks and Falcons game, but because there's a lot of great matchups this week. And yeah, maybe I'll do some reactions to them when I get home on Monday. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. And if you're watching in Atlanta, maybe I'll see you.